Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT. We'll make sure people can all hear me. Hello. Oh dear. Hold on. All right, we're good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? I hope you are doing well on this Wednesday evening. Whew. It's well, there was a lot of stuff that happened this week, and we're going to be talking about it right now. Just want to make sure everything is on point. And remember, if you want to connect with me, Duke CT, there's the phone number as always. The number is 605-562-0444. Once again, the number is 605-562-0444. And the call ID, the show ID to connect to me, Duke CT, is 92417. Once again, the show ID is 92417. And here we are. I'll put this right here, phone number and shorty. But if you wanted to you have a internet connection, which you are hearing now, you just want to connect to me, Dukect. As always, use the link in the description to connect to me with the headset, microphone. Boom, there you go. If not, the chat room's on lock as always here and on TalkShoe as well. And I'm just put this here, phone number and show ID. Put this right here so you can all do the nice little connecting and everything else. So you can connect with me, Dukect. Anyway, so Warner, let's see if I can get this thing here right. Okay, share the screen. I want to share it. Okay, come on, sharing screen. What's going on here? Okay, I can open the chat and everything else. Okay. But where's the screen? I can. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Something is off here, and everything seems to be okay. Usually everything's working, so something's all right. I'm trying to share the screen because usually this stuff works. Oh boy. Oh, this is just lovely. Live, everyone. Hold on. We're gonna get right back. Gonna see. We're gonna stop for 1 second, and we're gonna come back to it. Okay. And let's see if I can at least. Let me just do. That's what I need. Okay, that was needed. Oh wait, I don't need to. I didn't need that. Let me just do the applications. Not that. There it is. Boom. Finally, works. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Now let's see. Here we are. WarnerMedia expected to hit layoffs. Yeah, this is um this has just happened this past week. Um which is I was surprised but not really because the way HBO rolled out HBO Max was completely mishandled. It looked horrible, and quite honestly, I'm not surprised that Warner Media had heads needed to roll. They're going to be it is a broad restructuring in place by the unit CEO Jason Keller. Warner Brothers is expected to commence layoffs of around 600 and 500 people starting Monday, according to people familiar with the matter. While HBO is shedding 150 and 170 staffers, the Warner Media spokesman declined to comment. The layoffs come after Killer on Friday, well, it fits here. On Friday, unveiled a significant reworking of the media company's operations, ousting the top programming leaders at HBO Max, Robert Greenblatt and Kevin Riley, and rolling all over Warner Media production operations into a single operation. In their place, Killer put Warner Brothers chief and Stanoff in charge of developing content for the new streaming service as well as the company's big entertainment-focused bases, cable networks, TNT, TBS, and True TV. Andy Forso, general manager of HBO Max, was put in charge of the new entity's business operations. Other media companies have begun to shed staff as they grapple not only with the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic, but also a rush of consumers from linear television to on-demand video, on-demand streaming video. NBC Universal, the Comcast owned Media Jam has been enacting staff reduction in recent days. The company has wrestled with economic headwinds spurred by the theme park closures, limits on content production, and a downturn in advertising. Earlier this week, it announced it would elevate a single executive, Francis Belwick, to manage content for streaming, cable, and broadcast venues, while seeking a new person to develop programming for all three. The moves are likely to cause anxiety at WarnerMedia, which has reorganized several areas of its business since being acquired by AT&T for about $85 billion in 2018. Since AT&T took over the company formerly known as Time Warner, top executives with years of oversight of distribution, programming, and advertising sales have departed. Kellogg's ascension to the CEO role in May has only served to fuel more recalibration. AT&T brought the company with an eye towards extending its corporate tendrils in the production of content. And executive pressed harder to utilize Time Warner's HBO service as a center of a new, broader streaming video outlet that features high-polished series such as Succession and Watchmen, but also broader fare like reruns of Friends and a new Seth Rogen comedy vehicle, and American Pickle. The task has not been an easy one. AT&T took on significant debt. Is a debut? Must be debt to fuel its purchase, and the industry's so-called streaming wars have attracted many powerful entities to the fray. Comcast also launched its NBC Universal Service Peacock in recent months, and Viacom, CBS, and Discovery have indicated they intend to join the battle fully in weeks to come. As the media sector focuses more intently on satisfying customers in on-demand Jones or favorite series, they are writing down their operations and working ways to manage availability of their series across their viewing windows. In time, that could mean new emphasis on prompting a viewer to watch both linear TV and streaming content related to the same series or special, and less reliance on separate groups of employees signing manage specific media venues. So yeah, they're all going to be more people to show up in one thing, and they're going to try to stretch all the things into one thing, which hopefully might work. Could, but who knows? But also, let's see. But well, there have been also other things as well. Hollywood Reporter. Let's see if we put this here. All right, stop staring at the screen. But this is for the DC Comics from this one. The Hollywood Reporter, DC Comics, DC hit with the main layoffs right here. DC's, I said right there, Monday's WarnerMedia layoffs have affected a significant number of high-level figures at comic book powerhouse DC, multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. Among those said to be losing their positions is editor-in-chief Bob Harris, Senior VP of Publishing Strategy and Support Services, Hank Callens, VP of Marketing and Creative Services, John Wetland, VP Global Publishing Initiatives and Digital Strategy, Bobby Chase, Senior Editor Brian Cunningham, Executive Editor Mark Doyle, The guy who started to roll out the Black Label graphic novels, the dude who said Batman's Dome, which, well, I mean, that's one way to make things edgy because, hey, you know, you gotta make things edgy for people. We have to see Batman's dick. But anyway, get back to this point. Right here is roughly 1/3 of DC editorial. Wow, laid off. That is like, and it's a shame because DC Universe, which I am a member of, and I am a member of the community, and such. Am. I did a couple podcasts with fans of the DC Universe, and those guys are awesome. You know, those guys are great, and I hope that this thing doesn't, hope they continue to do that stuff because they do. I did a couple out there that are great, and also another stuff that was great. The comics, read some of the mainstream stuff too. The only stuff I really liked was Super Sons. The rest of the mainstream stuff felt a little too nihilistic. I'm like, yeah, kids don't want to read that stuff, but I think Super Sons was great, and I wish that was pushed more. And also, I really feel like something like, say, for example, Stargirl. I wish there were more shows like Stargirl and in front of DC Universe instead of like stuff like Teen Titans. Not Teen, but Titans. Young Justice is fine, but I think it went so edgy. It felt like, oh yeah, we could be edgy now, which it sucks. But same with Titans. Doom Patrol has heart, but it's a bit on the sweary side. And season 2 for now. I hope season 3 they do get a season 3 and they answer all those questions. Harley Quinn is pretty good, but and Swamp Thing's great too. But I really wish there was something for a family entertainment. Stargirl is pretty much it, and I think that's pretty good for family entertainment. But I wish they could have more family stuff because there is. I really wish something like DC Universe, with all of its comic book characters, of all of its shows, it shouldn't have been so family-oriented stuff. You can't have stuff for adults like a Swamp Thing, like a Doom Patrol, or But I think maybe lessen the violence with someone like Young Justice and Titans as well. And I think that'd be best for everyone. But yeah, DC Universe was not really meant for this world. As soon as the AT merger, I mean, personally, I don't know why they continued doing it when the AT&T merger. I felt like it was DC Universe was on death's door, and it sucks because there were so much good ideas there, and the forums and everything else. I like doing there, and I haven't been there recently. I've been more going on HBO Max, which is a lot funner, and watching this stuff. And yeah, but it's a shame. Another victim of layoffs, DC Direct, company's in-house merchandise and collectibles manufacturer. And it's been, that thing is around for 22 years, and that's gone. It sucks. And now they're going to be more in-house. It's going to be a lot more in-house stuff in the Warner because it looks like they're taking over all of this stuff. They're going to try to make this marketable again. And the funny thing is, they were going to do an online event called DC Fandom, talking about the next big stuff for their characters on film, comic, and television. Oh, boys, talk about bad timing. Oh, talk about the absolute worst timing. Because, hey, it seems like what most things in comics and everything else, if you don't have bad timing, you wouldn't have it at all. But yeah, it looks to be one of the, it's amazing. I honestly hope the people who do get laid off find their find footing here. And most of this stuff, some say it's a lot of it's the woke stuff, all this other stuff. Me personally, what I think has happened is because, quite honestly, it's the nihilistic stuff they write, DC and everything. I don't. What is the positive? Look at Heroes in Crisis. I finally read that comic, and oh my gosh, man, that shit was terrible. These are supposed to be heroes. They're supposed to be heroes, and I'm sick and tired of having Wally West and all these other characters who are supposed to be heroes acting like psychopaths. That's why people are leaving you, DC. In fact, Marvel too. That's why people are leaving you. That's why you're not getting any type of people coming in and actually, doing stuff with y'all anymore. This is why no one really. I don't. You know what? I don't. I don't. I mean, I'm. I am just. You know. It's frustrating to me. It's frustrating because they solely can. Same as Marvel. Same as the everyone else. And the reason why, manga and Japanese, all those animes are still being people, kids like them, teenagers like them, people are going, myself, I'm getting back into anime. It's not as nihilistic as it was. You look at shows like a My Hero Academia. You look at shows like, say, Fire Force or whatever. All these other things. It might not be they're not, maybe not for kids, but it's not as this just nihilistic. You have good guys. You got pure pure hero people. You got like the tweeners or people trying to be on redemptive. Assholes who are trying to be redemptive stuff, like say Endeavor or Bakugo or whatever. And you have like villains and such people you can boo and cheer and all the, like they have all this stuff there, and it's frustrating. And I say this again, it's frustrating to see this, ladies and gentlemen, on when you look at Superman, you look at these like the DC characters, especially Marvel, the MCU. You guys should have been on, kicking comics, kicking everyone's ass. I am this to me was the biggest drop ball. You know what I noticed when it was the biggest drop ball? When they did Avengers versus X-Men, and the X-Men won. I'm like, first off, heroes versus heroes. Yeah, that's great. You can sell that off. And then, two, you had Avengers, one of the biggest money makers in the, one of the start, the movie Avengers was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And this is what you do in a comic book? And heck, I feel even the TV shows did better. Well, if you're not like named Ike Perlmutter and such, which that stuff ruined everything. In Humans, anybody? But here we are. Here we are, right here. The layoffs and the people having less less things to really connect with these people. It's no connection with these heroes other than film and television. When's the last time, if I ask the people here, leave a comment, leave anything, what else? When was the last time you picked up a modern comic and say, wow, this is something I could let my younger, like the kid, like a nephew or anything else read? I can sit there and say, this stuff right here, I can pass down. I'm talking about modern stuff, man. Because honestly, the only thing I could let my, if I had like kids or anything else, or family members, young family members, I'm like Super Sons. That's the only one I can actually read. That's it. You know? Hmm. It's frustrating. And I hate the fact. I hate the fact that I hate the fact. I really hate this. Um, that that DC, Marvel, and all the stuff here are not for the young people. They're not for the people who actually are connected. They have the characters and such. I just talked about some tool the comic. Let's see. What other like? Let's see. Let's see. What else? Let's see. I'm looking right here. Um, for both right here, they say the top 10 anime for kids and such for kids. Let's see. Let's see. Pretty cure. Look at again. I'm looking at some of these things for kids to look at anime. Heck, Naruto is still there. Kids like watching Naruto, and Dragon Ball Z, and places like that because there's clear heroes and villains, people you can root and cheer for. And I know people say, "Oh, that's a wrestling thing," but that's pretty much it's true too. There's no real heroes and villains or anything else in these comics. Is they try to drag the heroes down instead of build them up. When's the last time you read a Marvel event or DC event story that they actually, right now, I want to say this to you right now, people, right here, right now, what have they, what was the put, what people would say, my gosh, even though it wasn't perfect, even though it wasn't all, it's like, um, even if it wasn't 100% perfect. Man, that was awesome. Like, man, this was very conclusive. When's the last time you actually read an event comic that you could say, "Hey, man, hey, this is so you for the kids and everything," and they got so interested they wanted to read back covers? When's the last time you saw that in a DC or Marvel comic book? Please tell me. Tell me. Phone number, chat, whatever. Leave something me on Twitter or whatever. Tell me when's the last time you read a comic, you can say, okay, I can let my kids read this stuff. Oh, I can let my young kids and everything else read and watch the stuff here. No, they've been only concentrating on the older demo. The old guys, the old people. Screw that noise. All right, this is horrendous. And they deserve better. Everyone deserves better from this. The people deserve better. Behind the scenes deserve better. Fans deserve better. The characters deserve better. And with this huge layoff, and I feel sorry for the people who have fired. I feel sorry for the people who put their put everything around them and put these things together, regardless of anything else. I feel so sad for them. Maybe this is going to be the kick of the pants these people, this thing needs to say, okay, maybe let's look what we have done here. Why are we in this position? Why are we here in this position? Let's look here, sit there and say, all right, let's fix it. Okay, we need to get our heroes back to not only just first they need to be tolerable again, and second, the only villainous stuff in the comic book pages should be for villains. All right? Villains need to be put in that position, not heroes. Not now, not ever at this point. Y'all like, put some, we got to for expectation, all that. Like, no. No. You have lost that right, people. You lost that right. Now you're going to have to do some simple stuff. Don't do outside the box. You can't do that. Because you've been doing the stuff outside the box so long, the box got smaller and smaller as the people left. So, smart thing to do is to stay in that box and actually sit there and say, hey, maybe we should write a good, simple hero story. A simple superhero story with, say, I don't know, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Robin, Dick Grayson, or Wonder Robins. Just do that. Same Marvel, just a simple Captain America story. Can they write a simple Iron Man story? Of Tony Stark, Riri Williams, I don't know, something. To show that they actually have that part of like, okay, they struggle. They have the struggles, but yet they come out with a victory. And you look at them and say, wow, they might have lost. Man, they might have looked bad. They started off slow, but they did pick up the win. Give me something like that. Hell, Jane Foster Thor or regular Thor or whoever. Can they do that? Can they make a good story? Right now, I think the answer is no. They can't. It's a shame, too. We'll be take a small break, and when we come back, I'm going to be even more ranty. Because honestly, we're going to be talking about some new WWE ideas. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. We're talking about Raw, Underground, and the Retribution. We're at this here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. And also, thank you so much for keeping this podcast going. We'll be right back right after this here on TalkShoe.com, on YouTube as well, and on Man Expression and on the freaking Awesome Network. We'll be right back right after this. That was fun. Okay, that was fun. Make sure I tried to redo this thing. Okay, and oh gosh, I look at this and meanwhile, like I said, MVP and them, her business does nothing. They owned the Raw Underground, and that was only for 1 week, and they moved on, of course. Meanwhile, the Raw Underground is these roll-free, like, what is this, UFC stuff? It's the UFC. Why are you doing the I'm like, it's fake fighting. You got Riddick Moss trying to, I'm like, no. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's trying to have an outlaw promotion, but yet it's still connected to WWE. Trying to have Dolph Ziggler be badass, and they have like Ivan and Ivar trying to like, it's just fake. It screams so fake. It's so fake. I'm like, if I want to watch this stuff, then I mean, look, the UFC is right there. And then funny enough, it feels like because Shane wanted to buy the UFC but couldn't. But now here it is. His own version of MMA taking over, and I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired of this, man. WWE is trying so hard to be that, like, we're cool, we're hip, we're something. No, you're not. You're not. You're not cool. Fake fights, fake UFC ain't cool. Your little underground not cool. Your 1,000 cuts in this thing is not cool. I am like, stop with the cuts, man. It makes me dizzy. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's picking up bone. Bam, another cut, another cut, another cut, and another one, another one, another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. How many more of these cuts, man? I'm tired of it. I'm tired. And I like the fact this thing here. Short fights have good. Riddick Moss and Antonio Ross has gotten for first televised wins in months during these segments. Anything else getting new stars always can't be all bad. But on the other, why should we get invested in seeing someone wrestle in 15, 20-minute match when all these other fights are over in seconds? I mean, what is the point? What's the point? Are they getting extra money for this? What's the tangibles of winning? Pride? Okay, whatever. Are you going to push superstars? Are they gonna actually do anything? What's the end goal of this? We don't know, but people are not gonna sit and watch. Yeah. And then you got this. The retribution. No, yeah. The retribution. I mean, these children in masks. They're children. They're like these 15-year-old kids running around like after a sports team won, think they're Billy Badass, man. And when they get into a ring, we want to make them like serious. They're all like 5'2". I mean, it's aces and 5. They're not even 5'8". They're not even aces and 5'8". They're aces and 5'3". That's what they are. They're so goddamn short and so like. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get you. I'm like, shut up. I'm not a violent man, but I was like, I'm gonna took those weapons and man, get out of here. Like, if it was a hurt business on those masks, I would believe it. If it was actually someone who looked like they could rip people's apart, I believe it. But these guys look like they couldn't even beat up could beat up geez Louise, like they can't even beat up people who are a drunk frat house, man. They can't even do that. They're just terrible. They can't even. They probably wouldn't even beat up actually people, big strong people. They're like, oh, we got our backs, whatever. Man, jeez Louise, these old wacky segments of them throwing bricks through windows and techno glitches, which, oh yes, that made the show watching even better. Hey guys, we're gonna make the show so terrible, so unwatchable that it's all retribution. Wow, retribution. They're such badasses. No, they're not. They're not badasses. They're annoying. They're annoying. And I said, oh, it's like Antifa. No, at least Antifa would actually be, a lot more. I guarantee there are people in Antifa who will look a lot more taller and more badass than this. I mean, these guys are like, even, oh, goodness gracious, no one will want them. Nobody. It's like they can barely toss a brick through a window. And like, they can barely pick up like a cinder block and such. I'm like, are you telling me these guys picked up a car? Come on now. Braun Strowman did that like stuff and everything, and they just celebrated. That's what happened. Come on. It's just like they're trying so hard to be Billy badasses, but they're not. They're children. And someone needs to beat them down. I don't care about them. I don't care. I would like to care. I would love to care. I would say, hey, these guys could be great. These guys can be something interesting. These guys could be someone, oh my goodness. Oh, they're coming in. Oh, they look like they could actually be badasses. But no, they're not. It's like they're small and they're like they don't have any they don't have any muscle. So I'm like these random little I know I don't want to go all Brian well screw it, let me go all Brian Alvarez and they're geeks, small little geeks. And you know what? I called them. You know what? I called the Dark Order, the Geek World, the Geek World Order on Twitter. You know what? I'm gonna resend that. I mean, they have improved. They look focused. They look actually like a legitimate tag team and a group. Since Brody Lee came in and, Evil Uno lost that weight, they look legitimate, man. They look like they look actually less indie and more of the professional stuff. They look good. But these guys, I don't know they can actually make them look good. These guys, I called them on Twitter, and I'll say it now. They are the MWO. You know what that stands for? The Manlit World Order. Bunch of 4 foot nobodies running around trying to be badasses, but at the end of the day, they're not even close to that. They never are. They can't be, and they never will be. It's like they're trying so hard to make them happen, and it's not going to be happening. And that's not going to happen. They're the 2020 version of the Riot Squad. And what did they do? They did a little bit of anarchy, but they lost all their matches. No one cared. No one cared when they were there. No one cared when they broke up. And they're trying to make it a thing where they weren't even successful. Hell, I honestly think there's no real point to even having like a Riot Squad special come back to them because they didn't do anything significant when they were together. Ah. Oh, well. Well, but that's just it. But that's just my own thing. Could be wrong, and I would love to hear what you guys think. But yeah, it's what is going on with WE? What is going on with this company? You know, I want to love this company. I want to see this thing to go well, but it just seems to me, ladies and gentlemen, it seems to me that this company just does not get it. They don't get it, and they never will get it. And that's the frustrating thing, is that they never are going to get it. They're just going to sit there with their thumbs on their rear ends. And unless there's going to be like, so, I mean, I would say maybe somewhat what happened to WarnerMedia with, and such, make sure like, okay, it's a horrible thing, but maybe it'll shake things up. But that's not going to happen in WWE. They have record profits. I mean, and they're not going. You can't fire Vince. You're not going to fire Vince McMahon. You're not going to. He's going to die doing this stuff, man. He's going to die doing this. All right? Okay, man, we got to be real. He's going to be dead before this stuff ever changes. All right? And it sucks, but I don't know what else to say. What can I say? What more can I say? I can't say no more. Can't say it. It's over, man. This company is in a complete tailspin. And I don't know what else is worse. Oh, wait. It does get worse. Velveteen Dream. With all those little, issues with him and trying to, oh gosh, with his issues with a young fan saying he did, did some, had a very disturbing back and forth with him. He's back on television because, hey, why not? He didn't win his match, but nope. That's what WWE is, man. Carney to the last second. Carnies. Oh, man. Good thing. Vince tries to take away, trying to get out of the Carney business, but in the end, he is the Carney. He's always has been and always will be. Man, I had some good rants tonight. I feel a little bit better. I feel I had to get that out my chest. So hopefully next week there'll be some positive stuff. Y'all would like that. I think there will be some really good positive stuff here tonight on the next week. Maybe something good. Hopefully. I'm going to try to find some positive stories next week without me ranting and raving like a crazy person. All right. But anyway, that's it for the show. Thank you so much for watching. It's Dukect here. Peace, love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Later.